video. This part of my video is going to show you on Form 5 SPM, Chapter 8 on normal distribution. No, I wouldn't say it's a normal distribution because this will be a continuation from probability distribution. So this is actually part 2 of it. Probability distribution. In the first part of my video, this is part 2. In part 1 of my video, I've explained it over the random variable x we have, and here we will solely focus on normal distribution. Now, what is normal distribution? Let me give you an example. Say for example, the possibility, the number of students, the distribution of height versus the number of students in a class, and it will be in a normal distribution, in a bell curve, or the percentage of students getting certain marks for additional maths. So here will be marks, then here will be the number of students. Okay, so for marks, it's possible to be in continuous form. You can have a 62.3, you could have a 98.45, so those are the marks here, and it's continuous, belonging to this number of students. Okay, what's the possibility? Okay, so for any bell curve, the overall also is equals to 1. The mean will be at the center. This is the mean line, where the mean is 0 here, where the overall is 1, so meaning the area under the curve represents the possibility. Area of the curve 0.5 on the left, 0.5 over the right, making it total to be 1. Okay, a bell-shaped curve. So for normal distribution, it's very unique because they're going to have something called Z-score. You need to convert x into Z-score. The general equation, Z-score, is actually x minus mu over standard deviation. Okay, I know it's what suddenly will come out with an equation. Let me give you an example. Okay, over the right hand side here, I have with me a logbook. Now it doesn't have a logbook. You may use calculator just to be sure whatever found in your calculator is always separated into a different region. P, Q, R in your calculator, you may choose it. What we have here in the logbook is always the R region, anything more than over the right hand side region. Okay, stay tuned with me. You're going to use logbook so they're able to know how to do it. So for any normal distribution, for any continuous normal distribution, let's say for example there are a few cases that you need to know. First of all, possibility, the Z-score more than 1.25. So obviously it's not in my list. So the thumbs up rule is you look at what you have here, Z-score. You need to look at over here, here, and be sure to subtract the number over here. So if it were to be 1.25, therefore you need to go down the list at 1.25, 1.2. Okay, 5, 1.2 here, then 5 is this column. go down to it, then you will see 0.1056. You have bought dot 1056 to be sure. Okay, it's always 0 point something. Okay, so go to 1.2, look for 5, so it's this number. So straight away the answer would be 0.1056 is always more than. What I want you to pay for focus at is always more than. If you want to use logbook and if your calculator, you can go for the R, more than, it means more than. Okay, so simple one, first one, straightforward. B, P, have Z. I want now less than negative 1.1. Now this one is rather tricky because you can't straight away read from your logbook. Okay, so to start with, first rule to to do this kind of question for normal distribution, first of all, sketch a bell curve, a random sketch, the mean at the middle, so that you know this is 0. So now tell me, where is negative 1.136? That will be obviously over the left hand side. Okay, somewhere here over the left, because 0 is here, so on the left is negative 1.136, less than that, so they are looking for this area. Now good news is bell curve, left right should be the same, mirror it off the other side, so you have 1.136, this area will be the same area as compared to over the left hand side. So therefore you may want to rewrite this equation. If the question asks for left hand side, first rule is equals to PZ more than 1.136. It's always more than that, so therefore you're able to use your logbook and go down the list. 1.3, go to 1.3, oh sorry, go to 1.1, not 1.3, mistaken, go to 1.1, somewhere here before 1.2, 1.1, 3, now look at 3 here and 6 here. So what you do, if it were to be 1.13, 1.13, that would be 129, 1292. 1.1 is 13 is 0.1292. Okay, and for 6 the number is 12. This is 12, 12. Okay, so now what you do, this is not actually 12, it's 0.0012. So this number would be 0.1092 subtract 0.0012, because there are so many 0 here, we can't show it here. So these 2 digits, so those number here is it come with 0.00 for decimal places. Subtract them correctly, you get the answer. The answer should be 0.128. You may confirm this value with your calculator. Select for R, and if you doesn't know how to use it, you need to go through your calculator menu for calculator for the guide on how to press that value. Now, third example, you have C now more than negative 2.18. See, all the number here is always continuous. You have decimal places. It's no longer discrete because now we are doing normal distribution. So here again you can't straight away get from the answer, because now it's a negative number. You're not supposed to get the correct answer if you use a calculator straight. So what you do, again, a bell curve, medium, mean 0, negative over left hand side is a negative 2.18. You want it to be more than, so that will be the major part. Now the problem now is we don't have this. We will normally have the tail. Those log number is over the tail. So if you want to be the opposite of it, what you do, you need to transform this, which is equals to 1 subtract the tail. Okay, so it's 1 subtract P Z less than, or you mirror it over the other side, so it will become PZ more than 2.18. Okay, you mirror this part to the left hand side, so actually it is here, this 2.18. You're looking for this side, okay, because they are symmetrical along the mean. So this is the reason to why I was able to change the sign. So again, therefore, you look through your logbook, there will be negative 0.0146, 2.188 is here. Look down through it, then what's the value? Read from there, and then calculate correctly, then 0.9854 is the value. Okay. Thumbs up rule is you need to sketch this bell curve in order for you to solve it. Okay, next. Oh, we have another one here. Okay. For example, now in between, we have P possibility, negative 0.93, Z 1.02. So now it becomes tricky because now you are, so this part is negative and this is positive. What you do, again, you need a bell curve. It doesn't need to be a very nice one, but a bell curve, if you know it's 0, then you will able to identify where it's negative. So I know it's, oh yeah, must be here, 93, and 1.2 over the right hand side. Okay, it doesn't really need to be very accurate, so they look for this part. But if you want to look for this part, what you do, you don't have it in your logbook. What you do, you use 1 subtract what happened here and what is here, then you will get whatever in the middle. So to do that, therefore you rewrite this equation. The solution would be 1 subtract this part is negative, mirror it over, then it will become P Z more than negative 0.93, no more negative, and also subtract P Z more than 1.02. So if you were to read the logbook correctly, or you use calculator to calculate, then this value correspond to 1762, and this number correspond to 0.1539. I hope you get it right. Otherwise, you may pause this video. I think you need a long ruler to really align them to the right number if you can get it. So therefore, it's 0.6699. Okay, so now this is over a range. Next, would have, let's say, E. There are many, I think a few more. I think the last one. E would be a possibility. Now I want it to be a negative over negative region. 0.4 less than Z less than negative 1.63. They are both over the negative region. Okay. If it were to be positive, then it's so much easier. It would be much more easier if it were positive. Now, if it were to be negative, then again you need a bell curve, 0 in between, negative and negative. So I think this is the first negative, 1.63. The second negative will be further, 0.4. They look for in between. Right? So here, the tricky part would be you can't really find this. What you can do, you mirror it off the center. You bring it over the right hand side. So it will be here and here. So 1.63 is here, 2.04 is here. So this region is supposed to be the same because it's symmetrical along this axis. So all you need to do is you find out, therefore it will be equals to possibility of Z more than 1.63, subtract the tail. You subtract PZ more than 2.04, so that it helps you to look for the one shaded area. If you look into your logbook correctly, 516, this will be 0207. So therefore you get the answer 0.0309. So this is basically the fundamental part. The first part of it is the ability to read the logbook, or you may be able to get the answer from the calculator. Next part, you may pause this video, rewind to the earlier minutes to go through those theory, how to use it. Now next part, that will be real part, the actual question that normally comes out, which is question 2, maybe example 2. Now the question says, okay, X is a normal distribution, a string and normal, with a mean of 140 and variance or standard deviation 25. Okay, why is it a square? It's because for normal distribution, you represent a normal distribution is represented by mu and variance. Okay, if you were told of a standard deviation, then it's 25. Make sure you include a square. Okay, now if you're given this information, this piece of information, we can do into solve. Okay, find out a maybe a possibility for x more than 150. So you can't straight away go into the logbook because there's no such thing 150. You need to convert this x into z-score, right? So therefore the solution is not a straightforward equation. So what you do, you convert z to z-score. How can you do that? You convert it according to the equation given earlier. That would be x subtract mu over standard deviation is more than 150 subtract mu. Mu is 140 over standard deviation 25. So if you, this is a conversion step. So therefore now we have p. This is the z-score more than calculator correctly 0.4. Then you get find out 0.4 is this value. It's actually this value. Okay. So therefore it's straight away 0.3446 is the answer. Okay. Alright. Next, warm up question. Next, slightly deeper. At this point, I think I expect reader should be able to read the logbook. So now they will tell you, oh, x is a random variable. By mean of mu is 4.2. You have a standard deviation or a variance of 1.96. So find out what's the possibility. Or first of all, as you look for the z-score for a certain x number. So first of all, you can't straight away start. First rule would be put into a general form n, normal distribution, 4.2 and 1.96. Now there's no square because they give you the variance. Okay. Then first of all, first question, they ask. This is mandatory. Yeah, it helps you to solve question. Those are the things that you need to follow closely, systematically to get it. Okay. Find out what's the z-score. You've forgotten what z-score when x is equal to 5.6. Quite a lot of students, when it comes to this stage near to SPM, they forget things. You know, z-score with z-score, simple. Z-score is actually the conversion. It's x subtract mu, it's 4.2. That's why it's important to express it in standard form over 1.96, which is standard deviation. Okay. You do not use variance, you use standard deviation. Therefore, the answer is 1. Okay. B. Find out. So it's straightforward. P 4.2 less than or equals to x less than 5.6. Okay. So, in order to do it, the solution would be first of all, you need to convert this x into Z-score. So P is convert them is x 4.2 subtract with mean. Wow, the number is same as mean over square root of 1.96. Then now is Z. Then is 5.6 subtract 4.2 over square root of 1.96. Okay, I pressed on it wrongly. 1.96. So I will transfer this number over here. So my P is I get a 0. Z 1. Okay. So you can't really solve it without bell curve. If you draw the side, it doesn't interfere in my working. 0, 1, this area. How to do that? This area, 0.5 subtract 1 and 1, right? So you need to find out what's this area. So it's 0.1587. So therefore, the whole part is 0.5 subtract 0.1587. Therefore, you get the answer. Okay. You find out this area under the curve. I mean, easily this is P Z more than 1. See if I have it here. No, it's not. I don't have. It doesn't include in 1. Okay. You may have your own logbook and then you look for this. This is simple, easily because it's 0. It's at 0. That's why it's 0.5. Okay. Now, last one would be one of those tough questions. Not tough. It's just that the reverse of the Z-score. They give you the possibility how I'm going to look for the Z-score. So question number 4. They let you know, x represents mass of villager. Mass is again continuous. That's why we have continuous. So given that to you, the mean is 47. And standard deviation is 12, so it's 12 squared. This is standard for writing a normal distribution equation. So first of all, first question, find out what's the possibility that you would choose randomly the mass is less than 38. So to make it into a more standard form, so there's an x is less than 38. So you can't go through this, you can't get the answer unless you convert it into Z-score. So therefore, P is x minus mu over standard deviation less than, this is 38, subtract 47 over 12. Okay, so therefore you get P is, this is Z less than negative 0.75. You may want to counter check this answer, see if it's correct. Because this is okay, you can't solve it because it's negative. We could do a bell curve. You get some marks, I believe. Negative 0.75 by sketching it, less than it. So this part is mirror over here. So therefore you get 75. The answer would be straightforward, 0.2266. First question easily done. Now, second part. You were told 16% of the villagers. This is the fun part. The villagers mass have more than mass is more than mkg. Now they ask you for the x value. So isn't it fun? Haha. So first of all, how you do that? First, represent this number into a mathematical form. So I want a p. X is a mass, that's why it's important to derive it, or define it earlier. Yeah, x more than m. And you were told that it's 16%, so 16% is 0.16. So how you do that? Okay, so x, you convert it x into z-score more than m minus mean over standard deviation is equal to 0.16. Right? Now, here 0.16, where is 0.16? If you were to have a bell curve, so this number more than kg, I doesn't know. I doesn't really actually know. No, not really actually know. It's just that 16% mkg, would it be all? This number, would it be more than 47 and less than 47? If it would be less than 47, therefore it will be over the left hand side. If m is less than 47, meaning this is a mu. If m is less than 47, then it will always be over the left hand side. It will be here. If it will be more than that, 0.16 is not logic because it's definitely more than 0.5. So it's impossible that m is less than 47. Therefore, I would know that my m must be more than 47 so that I'll get a positive number. So therefore, I know that in order to sketch a graph or bell curve, mean is the center. So I would definitely know, for definitely m is more than 47, so that anything more than that, this area is small enough to be 0.16, because it's more than, based on the question, they say it's more than. If it's less than, then possibly over the left hand side. So be sure that you label the correct area, and they ask for what's this number, right? So if you look into your look back into a logbook, you need a logbook here, 0.16, where is it? It is here, 0. Oh, not lucky enough. Now they give you whatever here, and you need to look for the number here and here. Okay, so this is the question is all about. It's quite fun to do that. So therefore, if you have your logbook with you, you find that this m minus 47 over 12 is actually equals to 0.994. Okay, so therefore this number is 0.994, and rearrange them. Therefore your m is 58.93. So this is the final answer. Not so much of fun, but the fun part is always here. From here to here. Okay, now they give you the possibility. Area under the curve is possibility. The z-score is the number down here. Okay. Well, again, that's all for this chapter. Second part of it, normal distribution. First of all, I got you on how to read the logbook. Then second part would be on how do you manage to solve questions. So it's important, it's always important, first of all, you start out with the definition of x. Then what is the standard equation? Will be the mu and the variance. But the equation, you use standard deviation to convert into z-score, then to get the answer. And then if you were given the possibility, then you need to look for the z-score over here. Right? I think that's all for this chapter. You will be given, you're always advised to use 1 week to solve about 30 questions on your own over the textbook, over the reference, the exercise book you will be able to find. It's quite, you can get it quite a lot from the bookstores. 30 questions for these chapters, or for this part of my video, for 1 week time. Okay. Now, if you like my video, all I want you to do is to press on the thumbs up button. It means that you like this video, and I don't mind if you want to share with friends over social network to help some other people. That's the main purpose of doing it. And I've tried my best to make this video, all the information given is correct. They might have some errors, but I'll try to minimize it over time. If there's any error, I will do welcome you to notify me. I will make the appropriate changes. With that, thank you. Stay tuned to my next video.